We've all been there before. The pre-race jitters, you're excited for what's about to happen. The lights go green and you're off. Until disaster. And at this point, you have to ask yourself, are you going to be angry and rage and quit? Or are you going to put your head down and get after it? There's an old saying I heard from a Navy SEAL. So it doesn't matter why you're here, you just are. So the question becomes, what are you going to do with the situation you're in? This is a story about not giving up. Hello everyone, and welcome back to iRacing. And this time we're in the Super Formula Lights. Got a 30-minute race here around Circuit of the Americas. And this is a really fun car and track combination, I think. If you can really nail it, it's just feels amazing. But here we are waiting for the green lights to illuminate. You'll hear me kick the clutch twice here. Wasn't quite sure if I'm going to install it. But off we go, heading up to turn 1. It's 133 feet of elevation up to the top here. And it's a hairpin to the left. So we got a car on our outside. Try not to smash into the back of the pole position car. But down we come. And at this point you saw me jink to the left a little bit. I didn't know there was a car on my outside. But come down the hill, through the S's, and I'm going to tag the two there. Initially I didn't know what happened. I didn't know he was there, honestly. And we just got connected there. But we'll take a look at it from the outside replay here. And here this was the start. You can see the 2 car actually gets a good jump and gets second position there. From the 1 car, it looks like. And then down the hill, they actually have contact, the 2 and the 1. Then down we come. That's where I kind of jinked a little bit because I didn't know he was there. And at this point, I thought I was clear and he was going to back out of it, but he stays in it, and then we connect. So we'll take a look at it from another vantage point here. Again, I didn't know he was there, but we'll go on board with him side by side. That's where I jinked to the left, and again, I think I'm ahead. He stays in it, but then he hits this little sausage curve on the inside. And that kind of shoots him off over into me. And I think if I wasn't there, we might have been okay. And yeah, just hard racing. Not anybody's fault, I don't think. It was just, a racing incident. And here you see I'm getting back into it. A little flustered at this point, because I don't know if I have any damage. But the car feels straight. And so I'm going to continue on. I don't know if he picked up a lot of damage or if he just decided to quit after that. I'm going to see her pick up one spot there. Coming down the hill towards the hairpin. We're going to pick up another one here because another car spun off to the left. But yeah, just unfortunate series of events there. Looking back on it, again, I thought I was clear. But it is what it is. We're going to continue on. We're going to be jumping up to 10th place here on this lap, chasing down this little group ahead of us. And again, this section through here is a lot of fun. It was modeled after the Maggots and Beckett's corners from Silverstone. So a lot of fun. If you can get it right, you can make up a lot of time. If you don't get it right, you're going to be hemorrhaging lap time like crazy. So just a lot of fun through with these high downforce cars. A little puff of smoke ahead of us, but doesn't look like much. So we're going to fast forward towards the end of the lap here, getting closer to this little pack in front of us. This section's always tricky, and this corner right here is my nemesis. Just can't get it right. But the car in front of us goes wide. He stays wide, which is interesting. I thought most people would have tried to get him back on track as fast as possible. And he lost 3 positions there. So, good for us. I'm not quite sure why he did that, but appreciate him not, making a bad situation there. So here we are coming up to this purple and blue car here. We're going to get a decent exit off the last corner. But we do have the draft, so we're going to draft up behind him and try and move him to turn 1. It's a really tricky corner up here because you're braking uphill so you can brake later, but then the car unloads and you can unlock, or you can lock a tire. So now we got that move done. We're going to chase down this golden red car. Now through the guesses here, you can see I'm making up a good bit of time on this guy. It was hard to pass him. He was making it pretty difficult for me. Parking on some apexes here, we'll see later. And me just not getting a very good exit in some corners. Then we can see make up a ton of time through the hairpin here. He's going to go defensive and try and break the toe. I don't think I'm quite close enough for that, but I'll kind of entertain it a little bit. The last thing I want to be doing is kind of weaving back and forth across the track. Usually I'll follow them once and twice, and then just hold my line. But coming down to this big braking zone, he locks up. I go a bit wide. Again, this is another corner that I just, can't really get all that much. But now we're putting the pressure on him. Again, I need to take a better line through that corner. We'll get a pretty good exit here through this triple apex. This complex right here is modeled after the triple apex in Turkey, except it's going the other way. I think its Turkey track is going counterclockwise. So again, he goes defensive. We're not going to try and bother with him. We just want to get a good braking zone and see if we can get him on the exit coming down the hill again. But don't get anything done up there. So fast forwarding a little bit further in the lap. He makes a mistake, locks up into that tricky corner again. We are able to cut the corner a bit shorter. But again, he had the momentum on the outside. I had to shorten it up. But then this is where it gets a bit frustrating for me, because he's really slow there. I almost run in the back of him. And then right here again, go a little bit wide. I think I get a 1x for that one. Again, this track has a lot of sections where you can run wide and pick up those little 1x's. So now we're just trying to fill up his mirrors and make him make a mistake again. So we already saw him make a couple mistakes, and we saw he doesn't have quite the cornering speed, or at least the mid-corner speed that we have. So we're just trying to make, fill up his mirrors and try and get in his head a little bit. And coming through this corner, or a set of corners, you can see we're just, making up gobs of time here. Now coming into this hairpin here, I'm going to go wide, try and get the cut back, but again, he parks it on the apex. So we're not going to be able to get much done here, but we are close enough we're going to get the toe. So we're going to follow him a little bit. Again, I don't like weaving back and forth. So now he goes really defensive. We're going to stick it on the outside here. He's going to drift back over, but now we're going to dive back to the inside, make him think about it. He locks up. That gives us an opportunity for this next section up here. So again, he locks up a little bit there again, sends it wide. We're going to cut down the inside and try and make the pass around the outside of this corner, which is probably not advisable, but we make it, and we stay on track, just barely. So fast forwarding a little bit further again, we've caught 6th place now. And he's just going to not quite make the apex of that corner. Takes a little bit later apex, but he does get a good launch down the hill. So we're going to keep in his wheel tracks and try and catch him again. We'll almost lose it on that corner again. And that's the thing. I think looking back at the first lap incident, if that was the other guy and I wasn't there, he might have been all right. But unfortunately, I was there. And here we go, going for the pass around this guy. I'm going to take the inside line around this hairpin. And just getting it nice and slowed early so we don't wash out in the back of him. It's not looking on board behind us. Again, that 16 car is still on the outside. Going to be taking in this, the inside line to this downhill section. Again, trying to brake early, not to wash out into the guy next to us. But we get through, and now the red car gets through. And now we set our sights for top 5. At this point, the confidence is starting to come back. I'm starting to shake off that lap 1 incident, and just trying to focus forward and try and get as far up as the field as I can. Again, it doesn't matter why you're there, you just are. So we'll put our head down, and we're gonna put in a purple lap here. So here we are on board the fastest lap. So that was the fastest lap of our particular split. Again, looking at another camera angle through this complex here. Really fun bunch of corners, and I love this camera shot. You can really see the different change of direction here. But now we go back on board. We've caught 4th and 5th here. We've got about 10 minutes to go from here. Again, a blue car in front of us makes a little mistake. We were able to get a better run through that penultimate corner. And then again, he makes a mistake again. That's going to give us a decent run. Again, this big climb up into turn 1. Big braking zone, and he's actually going to let us have it, which was interesting. Didn't fight too much, but we'll take it. And you see a little puff of smoke in front of us. That was the leaders. They get into it a little bit. And here is what happened. So you can see first, second, third running all together. This kind of pink car is going to make a move to the outside. And everything's clean so far. Going to get through this corner and down the hill. But then they're going to connect and get speared off into the guardrail. Now what happened after this, there was a lot of arguing through voice chat and text chat. So it's kind of annoying, but going back onto the purple and pink car here, you can see he's just going straight and then just gets collected by this black and red car. I don't know if maybe the pink car just didn't realize he wasn't there. You can see this yellow and red car was kind of blinking, so maybe that had a factor into it. Yeah, ultimately didn't see him. Maybe thought he was clear, and they ended up hitting. So back on board with us. Again, the carnage is in front of us here. We're going to pass both of these guys. I think the last 10 minutes or so was just a lot of bickering back and forth. So really annoying, but that's what the mute button's for. I should probably turn off the text alerts, but those are also kind of useful. I just wish people would learn how to use private message. But off we go. Now we're chasing P2 here. We're going to try and make a move into this hairpin here. And probably not a great move here. But we're side by side. We give each other plenty of room. That's just a drag race down the back straightaway. And you can see him pulling ahead. So we're going to tuck back in just a little bit. And he goes a little bit wide. That's going to open the door just a little bit for us. But then he also makes a mistake here, locks him up. We're going to dive to the inside and take that position. And from the rest of the race, that was pretty much it. Here we are coming to the checkered flag. And I just wanted to share this video just to prove that you never know what can happen and you should never give up, because you might end up with P2. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.